How's it going? My name is Brian Howe, but a lot of people know me as SIkes, and I am an indie hip-hop artist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Microphone check. Is anybody listening? Or is the same really as dead as I think? Wake up, tell me how to get your attention before I pour this last cup of hope down the sink.
I have written and produced basically all of my own material since I started doing this SIkes stuff. But for this new album, I have put together a live backing band made up of some good friends and very, very fucking talented people who I feel really lucky to be working with.
So far from home, I'm so far from home, I'm so far from where I want to call my home. I'd rather sleep here with these strings. So I find one, but it's one I believe in. It's one I believe.
My name's Joey Solak. Play drums in SIkes.
My name is Matt. I DJ? Is that the official title?
My name is Josh. I play guitar, and I got involved by. How did I meet you?
A year and a half, 2 years ago, we were listening to the SIkes stuff, and I just kind of mentioned that, you know, whenever you want a full band, just get a hold of me.
I've been DJing for SIkes shows for, I don't know, 2 years now or so. So when he started going the new direction, you know, I just started scratching.
And I was sampling guitars on your Happy Days EP, and then I basically changed the face of your music, and you were like, we gotta move in together.
Just called me up and said, hey, you wanna finally play drums for the record? And I said, of course I do. I've been begging you for the last 2 years to do this.
I think that's how I got involved. Yeah, right?
There are still some tracks that are more synthesizer and sample based, but the album features a lot of live instrumentation that I'm really excited about.
So speak up or bow down. There's a fine line between being a king or a clown. I said, speak up or bow down. Speak up or bow down.
I've never played with a DJ before. It's not what I pictured in the way of, like, usually you see a DJ up on stage and all you're thinking is like, you know, just doing the scratches and everything, but Matt does so much more than just like the cheesy scratches.
The new stuff's really cool. I mean, you know, there's definitely a different feel to it, and I think it lets obviously bringing drums and guitar and everything into it, it lets everybody kind of do a little bit more, so it's super cool.
I haven't really done hip hop, but what's fun about it is since they're loops and guitar stuff, like I can kind of go off on it.
And I think the finished product with real drums just turned all the songs into something a little more natural, a little more driving, and a hell of a lot more powerful.
A lot of the times it would be like at midnight, and I would be wasted, and you'd be like, hey, do you want to like work on some stuff? Fuck yeah. To work on stuff.
This is the first time that I have really let other people step in on a SIkes project, allow them to kind of just put their hands into the pot and mix everyone's ideas together to take these songs to a whole new level that I normally wouldn't have been able to do just, by myself.
And it's been kind of a steady progression, myself being involved with SIkes for the past couple years, and I'm happy to be involved in this next step of it.
I mean, I was a little scared at first, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to turn out. I'm like, all right, I'm going in here, I'm putting real drums over all this stuff that we worked on, like electronically, all these, electronic drums, but ultimately when it came down to it, it just made the song so much better.
It's definitely a little bit more of a collaborative process than ever before with this album and these songs. Everybody kind of, got to write a little bit of stuff, and, I can't really say that I wrote the scratches or anything like that, but, it was cool, it was a little bit more of an open process, an open line of communication, and, it's been really fun to be a part of.
Recording was terrible. I pushed myself so hard to kind of get in this mode where I felt like I had to be a machine. When I finally just stopped and realized that like I'm not going to be a machine, you know, going back and listening to it, like, you know, you could tell in the takes where I finally just, you know, let loose.
Yeah, got an addiction. Hopeless romantic, yeah, fit the description. They say the grass is green and that there's plenty of vision. But I'd rather swim along than with these corona bitches. Digging my ditches, digging my graves. Sharing my hope where these skeletons lay. I'm talking sick.
I was drunk during a lot of it, so when I hear stuff, especially that I did, it was like, oh, that's really cool. It'll never happen again.
There's a whole dynamic that you can't reach when you have, you know, electronic drums going through the PA compared to the force you feel from a real kick drum and a real snare drum and real bright cymbals coming at you.
I just kind of focused on noises and bleepity bloops and scribbling.
There's some guest appearances as well from some people that you may or may not know.
Check, 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 check. Hey, yo, hey, hey.
Overall, I have to say that working on self-portraits and self-destruction has been a surprisingly positive experience for me, because I have been lucky enough to have so many awesome people helping me out and just being there, and their support has had a huge impact on the overall progress of this album.
Overall, I think the response has been pretty positive. You kind of changed up your game. It's more ambient, kind of darker.
Just energy, dude. It's just an energy boost. You know, as with anything, when you have more people on stage, it's more fun.
And everyone seems to be digging the sound now. You're welcome.
Bastards in a box. Don't waste those photos from a time when life was fucked up. It's not worth it. Too much one's here. Those days are gone. It's perfectly clear. Like bastards in a box. Collecting dust. Under lock and key, I'll never open it up. Like bastards in a box. Collecting dust. Just like the cobwebs cover it up.
Self-portraits and self-destruction picks up right where my last EP, Happy Days, left off. It's a collection of songs that are very personal to me and just really reflect who I am inside and out.
It's been a journey of sorts. I think a lot of us found ourselves, and the subject matter, you know, can hit home with everyone.
The material on this album tackles a lot of different subjects, like the disconnection that I have with my family and just learning how to be happy with myself, who I am as a person and who I've grown to be. Currently, I'm in the final stages of mixing and post-production, and by the time you actually see this video, the album should be completely finished. There's no official release date at the moment, but it will be released this year for sure, in both digital and physical formats, and easily available to anybody with a computer, which I'm assuming you have since you're watching this video on a computer. So if you're interested, just keep an eye out. And like I said before, I can't stress enough how excited I am about this project, and I really can't wait for you all to hear it.
I've had fun. Again, I was drunk.
I mean, yeah, I'm really stoked on the record. Like, really stoked on what we created from what we started with. Yay!
SIkes. Self-portraits and self-destruction. Coming soon.
I think the real thing we can all agree on is that no one in Pittsburgh is going to give a shit that we have done anything, and that they'll probably be really nice to my face, and then when I turn around they'll be like, what the fuck is he, what are they doing? Just remember, kids, that I'm doing the same fucking thing back to you.
Right down our throats.